Hi, hello, good morning. You're welcome to Mom Ziba Talks. Hope you're doing well this wonderful morning. All right, so I hope you're ready in your cozy seat because today we are going to be talking about a very, very crucial topic, and it's based on the tips to save dating before marriage. A lot of people have this kind of an open and personal ideas to how they can, date before marriage. And most of those ideas are not very, very ideal because it could have some side effects on your emotional well being, especially your mental well being, also and your physical well being. So, today we are going to be seeing some safe tip for you to indulge in safe dating before your marriage. All right, I think this is a class that is open for both male and female counterparts, male and female individuals, and also for our parents to also educate their children on. It's open for teenagers who are finding themselves in this kind of a stage. This will be very, very important for you. So if you are a parent and you are listening to this right now, I think you better listen to it or with your young one, or also you can share the link to your young one so that he or she can participate in this, listening to this and learn a lot from it. So I'm going to be very, very brief today. This is Mom Ziba Talk, so we'll talk about relationship, affairs, and we also deal with some issues that are occurring in our modern societies today that is related to family perspectives and a relationship in general. We also talk about our health, remember health as well. And we also talk about what can keep you fit as an individual. As a person in a relationship, what are those things that you can do that can keep your mind, your mental state very, very fit, and also can keep your physical body very fit. And also, we give bonus classes here on Momziba Talks on social media marketing, how you can grow your business via online. So, Momziba is always, as always, a lot in the pack for you. So, not to waste anyone's time today, I told us we're going to be talking about the tips to save dating before marriage. Safe dating before marriage involves taking precautions to protect your physical, emotional, and mental well being while getting to know someone romantically. Now, here are some tips that I think is very, very safe and enjoyable that you can explore during your dating experiences. I tried this, as I told us earlier. I was into LDR and kind of a relationship, and LD kind of a relationship. And you can check for that in the episode why are LDRs normally ideal for anyone who wants to involve in a relationship. I think you're going to learn a lot from it. So, um, I'm going to be telling you some of the precautions I took and how it helped me, and a lot of persons that I have recommended these to, and it's helping them also in their relationship. So, number one thing I think I did, especially sometime when he comes around, is I love to meet in public places because, as I told us earlier, if you always listen to my podcast, you hear when I talked about my own personal story. When I said I before I met my husband, I used to date someone, and um, I'm a kind of person, we had a breakup and I don't do well with breakups. So if you are those kind of persons that breakup really destroys your personality, destroys you and can lead throw you into trauma and all those kind of stuff, this is the right place for you to be right now. I think this podcast is going to be helping you this moment. Okay, so meet in public places. So when meeting someone in for the first time, choose a public place such as restaurants, coffee shops, or parks. Avoid schedules or private locations until you feel very, very comfortable and trust that person. Trust is not something that is gained immediately, but trust is something I normally tell people that is earned. Okay, so so you don't just meet someone today, and before you know, he tells you come over to his house, and you are already in his house, and you're already doing one or two things, because a lot of things can really happen to you there, and you can really feel unsafe, really. So it's very important that you indulge in this. You choose this as an actionable point when you're going into any relationship as a young girl, when you're going to a relationship as a lady. It's very, very important, and it's very, very beneficial for you to always meet in public places, especially if you don't want your mind to be rubbed on the mud. You don't want to have emotional issues. You don't have to have physical breakdowns. I think practicing this is more of an advantage to you than a disadvantage. So, and the number two point there is inform a trusted friend. Okay, this normally happen in some settings, especially here from Nigeria where I am. I think I've had a lot of stories, especially from the news, where some persons go to see they got missing for a long time, and they don't get to hear from them, and before you know, after 2 3 weeks, they find their posters online asking for who can identify the dead body of that person. And if you listen to the story or the news, you will find out that those things happened because this lady, she went to see a man she met for the first time, or she went to see a guy that she has been dating for some time, and they had to meet in a secluded place. And before you know what is happening, she could be raped and along line killed and used for ritual. This normally happen, especially in Africa, and I've heard about it. Um, it's prevailing, it's happening. So to be on the safer side, I think it is fast more better that whenever you're going to a place, you inform a trusted friend, no matter how big you feel that you are. You inform a trusted friend or family member about your plans, including where you'll be meeting and when you expect to get to return. Consider sharing the person's contact information and any other relevant details like that. You know, try to share those contacts. It is very, very important. Nobody is an island. Nobody is you don't trust people like that. All right, so number two is inform a trusted friend, a person you know that can raise alarm when you told the person you're supposed to come by 4, and by 7 you're not yet at home. That person can share those details with people around and tell them that, oh, this person I think is missing. We can reach that person. Good. So the number three point is trust your instinct. Okay, pay attention to your instinct, your gut feelings about someone you're dating. If someone feels off or uncomfortable, don't ignore it. Okay, if something feels off about the person that you are dating, some people could they have this gift of instinct, high instinct, okay, spirit of discernment, to discern when somebody is really up to something mischievous. And most people get to ignore it because they feel that that person is trying to cover up, sometimes by giving them excess gifts and all those kind of a thing, and camouflaging in character. So it's very, very important that you listen to your gut feelings, and by so doing, I think you will run into problem. This can help you to make decisions and prioritize your well-being and safety. Okay, so the fourth point is take things slowly. Many people, especially teenagers, they run into relationship, and when they fall in love for the first time, you see they start to give their body anyhow, and they start to mess themselves up in a relationship. I'm not telling you to I'm not telling you that okay, this is not bound to happen. Being realistic here. When a man and a woman comes together, at least there's something called emotion, and emotion ought to play out. Okay, and it can lead to all those kind of a thing. But I think taking it slowly sometimes is very, very key. Okay, because when you don't feel pressure to run into physical intimacy or commitment before you're ready, take your time. all right, to know the person that you are dating. This is why we have so many heartbreaks here and there, even from matured ladies, adult ladies out there, and guys, they get breakups here and there. So I think when you get into a relationship, don't be forced to just throw all your eggs into that basket. Don't be forced to just trust that guy all of a sudden. Trust the girl, you're pumping her with excess money, you're pumping her with all the stories you have in your head, and telling her all your secret points and all those kind of a thing. So I think you take it slowly, get to understand the person faster, even before you start spending or indulging in some things you're supposed to do with maybe your wife to be or your husband. You start to take your boyfriend, you start to take your girlfriend as your husband, you start tell them about your personal issues in your family and all those kind of a thing. It's not good. Just take it slowly, okay? I think taking it slowly is very, very good for us. Okay, so you can also set boundaries. I normally talk about boundaries. So establish clear boundaries with your dates. Okay, regarding your physical, your emotional, your sexual boundaries. I know some people in some relationship, especially die-hard fan kind of Christian. Okay, ladies, guys, they'll tell you that we are not going to be having sex in this relationship, and I know that it is very, very good why they are saying this. They have a reason for that. Okay, my faith doesn't permit me to do this before marriage, and everybody knows their bandwidth, and everybody runs with that. Okay, so it is very, very important that we establish clear boundaries whenever we are in a relationship, because it helps to stop conflicts in a relationship to some extent. Because when I don't step on your toes, how are we gonna have a conflict? Okay, so I think whenever you get into a relationship, make it very key to let the person you're in that relationship with, let him or her to understand that this is my do's and don'ts. Okay, and that person gets to understand your do's and don'ts, and you get to understand his own do's and don'ts, and you can run together. Okay, communicate your limits openly and respect each other's boundaries throughout the dating process. This can lead you to a safe landing most times into marriage. Okay, it's kind of spontaneous because that person sees you as a person who respects. Okay, and he can say that anywhere, or she can say that anywhere, that since I've been with this guy, we haven't had issues like that, because he respects what I want and I respect his. Okay, so can another one I'll be talking about is practice sex if there's any need for that. Okay, yes, to prevent STIs. Okay, stay sober in your relationship. Avoid excess alcohol. That's very, very okay. Use caution while online dating. Okay, so maintain independence. Okay, seek support, counseling. You can also visit me on Momziba blog. I also give one-on-one counseling. We can book a session together, and maybe through Zoom or wherever I could lead you, and we can talk. But so by following these tips, you can navigate the dating world safely and responsibly, while building meaningful connections with a potential partner. Remember that your safety and well-being are paramount, are very, very key, and it is okay to prioritize them throughout the dating process. All right, so I'll be leaving you with this, and tomorrow I know I'll be coming up with a very interesting topic. I want you to stay tuned, click to become a follower, a sharp follower, as we always say here, and tomorrow, and we are going to be having a lovely one. So, I'll be going out now. If you have any review, drop via the comment voice link or Q&A section. I love you. Till next time, my name is Momziba, your host. Bye.